Say if I gave you the oh, thought that was horrible. I thought that was horrible.
I mean, like,
So we having a mukbang. I've been on for like a minute and a half.
you feel good?
Right now?
Mhm.
I just came from outside. So that's okay. Why you want the other half? I'm sure try this salad. I'm just gonna have one half.
You gotta eat as much as you can.
But you guys want to see what we have in
I'm having this. Fasting. I don't want to say exactly what I'm eating, so people will try to put stuff in my food, but yeah, just fasting. I don't like putting online anymore what we eat. I feel like it's gluttony and it's not safe. But we just want to document it so we know exactly what we're putting in our system and how we react to different things and if it's good for our bodies and if it's not good for our bodies. Okie dokie. That is all.
I was gonna say I just say it's to each his own, however you want to eat, concerning your dietary habits. That's up to me. The time when I'll be vlogging, when I'm vlogging about, doing a mukbang and everything.
I just want us to eat as a family. I wanted my son to be here when you're eating, so I don't like eating on public television and stuff like that.
Usually I get
And
into,
then I'm eating it and I'm thinking about did he eat it and stuff like that. And then I have to budget and think about what I need to get him, even though they said I don't really have to get him anything. But I feel like as a mother, that's what I should be doing.
usually I just get into the mukbangs when I want to watch my eating habit. Like, watch what I'm eating. I don't want to watch my eating habits, so that's just how I'm living right now. Getting back into the music. We're both getting into the music right now, so go like up the page, RDL TV, and make sure that you go through and follow us because we're coming back ready. Lily just has a cold right now, so we're on our way to the doctor's office. Right? But it's okay though. But hopefully this food turns out to be I'm trying to say eat, so that way you get full, basically. I want you to be able to stay full, and if you tell us in the chat what helps. So If you have a lot of food, if it's good for your immune system, you just keep on. If you like, not to keep on eating, but as long as you're not throwing up, then I feel like having enough food is good for your immune system. But that's my
I don't know, you guys. There's a lot going on with us. Hopefully, this is like a therapy session. We're always going to be together, but it's not always going to be easy. We always keep most of our situations private. I feel like this is the way to go. And you know how to say more money, more problems, so we have to deal with the situation now. But I feel like the more money people have, the less problems because they could buy their way through therapy. They could buy their way to good looks. They could buy their way to a happy family dinner. They could buy their way through a happy home. It's when the finances isn't as where it's supposed to be. That's when it's difficult to communicate. But the strong foundation in God and worship is what go through, help people go through things. Our biggest challenge is because we're so beautiful, people are attracted to us all the time. So we're so afraid of losing each other to other people. So it doesn't make any sense anymore. So we have to have a bond within us to let other people. I feel like we have to have. That's what we're trying to build is a bond between us, so other people will try to break it. It's not being rude to people, but it's like asking people to respect our relationship and not try to be a hurt record, not trying to make up any lies. And if it is the truth, then most likely we're not going to believe it anyway. You know why? Because we have a strong foundation within us. And we know that we love each other, and we know that God put us together no matter what, and we know that the devil is a lie. So we know that anybody that comes out, no matter what feelings they have towards us, they need to put it aside, and they know that God has a special person for them, because He's special to me and I'm special to Him. In our past is in our past. Matter of fact, today I had to tell somebody that I used to talk to before that was in a past connection with me. I don't even call that a real, you know what I mean. But not married or anything, but I don't really call that particular person part of my life. I tell them, you know what, you're silly, and I don't want to deal with your situation no more. It's not even worth it. No matter how much good I've done for you, you don't write, you don't say thank you. Even if it was just a regular thank you and why is real, and just say thank you. Just say thank you to the person, no matter what small gesture they did. Even if you guys had an argument, whatever the case may be, of course they did some type of good in your life for you to have a connection with them. Just say thank you about the situation. But for the person to totally act like we're supposed to kiss up to their tail and all that other stuff, like they're a person of worship, their narcissistic ways and stuff like that. Oh, don't get me started on BS with that situation. But I just left
so
it
hold on.
alone.
You told them.
I tell them they're silly and they don't want to deal with their situation because they not
So what they
once
tell you?
and they respond. They're not gonna respond to that situation. You know why they're not gonna respond? Because they know they're wrong. They know how much good I've done in their lives. They know how much good
That's the
I've
message
done
I
in their life.
deleted. When I said don't say nothing to them.
Yeah,
Honestly, if
I was
I'm in a
so
relationship,
I
I don't go
was
backwards. Okay. So if I like, and I don't, and people know me. Like, if you watching this, type up what you know about me. RDL TV, real ones. Type up Google anything you know about me, real ones. And I've been holding that name for a while since college. So if anybody has a question about me and my relationship status, you can go to my Facebook page. You can go to any of that. You know that I stay committed to the relationship I'm in. I don't need to go back and forth doing all kind of emotional processing and trying to figure out if I'm with this person or if I'm going to be with this person or what the case is. My figure of speech is, or my mind figures to say, what do we need as a couple if I'm going out with somebody. That's if we're together. Obviously, you know, we're together. So I don't have any issues. Let me just put that out there in the open, in space. I don't have any issues with trying to mend a bond with anyone or trying to start a bond with anyone either, because honestly I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. It's like there's no time. I'm working on my YouTube channel. I'm working on I don't do the gaming anymore. I don't do the video games anymore, like the Call of Duty or the Need for Speed or anything like that, for various reasons.
No, you lay on the leg so long, and I.
So you know, like that's the thing. That's the thing for me. So there's like that's what I was doing. I do mostly the music, and I'm staying more aggressive with the music, and especially like with Lily, I'm staying more aggressive with the music too. So that's my MO. I don't want to like dive into like saying like I'm too like a lot of people work. So I know to have a full schedule at hand is a normal thing. But if you working, if you working, and you don't have no time at all, where you gonna find time to start cheating? Where do you find time to cheat? Where do you find the time to cheat? Tell me. Tell me, since if you busy all day long, where do you find the time? So that's where my answer evolves. Where I say, look, I don't got time for that. I don't got time for the BS. I'm not gonna be dealing with it. I don't have time to be in a relationship to go around running around talking about trying to hook up with some girl or even trying to put that around in my name. I don't have time for it. I don't want to have my son running around talking about, oh, mommy number two or mommy number three, or yeah, my dad has this and that other family. I'm not doing it. It doesn't even make sense to me. And I want to give a shout out to all the dads that are out there that are really putting in their work in order to have a good family, a modern home, and build up their life right. Most of the time, like I said, I watch the channels from other channels, and I'm like, yo, I like that. I like the point of the matter that they put their family in it. So that's what I do. That's really what I do. I put my family in it. I don't have time for no other bullshit BS. This is a family channel. I don't have no time for no other BS. So I have to do that. I have to do that. There's no reason for anything else. Like it don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say about that. If you have any questions about it, like if you want any advice on how to keep your relationship sucker free, holla at your boy. Because I do know one thing, man. It takes a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of determination. You got to be a 24-hour dad. You got to be a 24-hour husband, and you have to be a 24-hour spiritual believer in order to get a real family on the track in the house of the Lord. And I'm not trying to be on no, you know, preacher mentality, but it's just what it is. Because it takes a lot of prayer and it takes a lot of strong will in order to do what you need to do in order to be successful. And yeah, like I'm gonna be real. I was working on the channel before the other channel, and we building up with this channel right now. We're building up with Lily's channel. We're building up with another channel. We're also building the restaurant Birthday Birkins. So it's spread pretty thin. Like a lot of things is spread pretty thin. And then I'm also doing the credit specialist with the RDL TV. So I've been like pushing all the cards. I've been dealing the cards in every different hand, making sure that our son's career is set, and then also he'll be able to have and college tuition and everything like that. We've been looking at that, going into the bank, making sure that our credit is right. It's a lot. So, it isn't where it's too much, but it's regular. It's regular. Like it's a lot of a lot of work. But who else would be doing this? Like who else who honestly, like, if you're not putting in a lot of work every day as a man in general, then there's 9 times out of 10 I'm not dealing with you. The only chance that I ever even get involved with people is when I'm dealing with,
You're not dealing with me.
and I'm talking about, I'm gonna be real right now, okay? Not the only time that I ever get involved with people, as in guys that are out there that are watching. If you doing a credit specialist and I'm going out there to say like, hey, let me give you some advice on how you can make money, how you can build, then that is the only time that I would, take a minute to say, let me check out how your financial areas in order to build and what areas you need to grow in order to formulate your own business when it comes to the credit specialist, e-commerce space, things of that nature. The minute that I find out that it ain't all there and majority of it is capped and there's no reason for me to involve myself in trying to get money with, like a building situation, then there's no reason to continue the conversation with that said 1 out of 10. Because if you keep on going backwards in a circle, then the circle is just gonna eventually go counterclockwise, right? So what I tend to do is, you know, leave that, the majority of that. That's it. I got a website now. I got a website now, right? So I was building the website for like 3 months. I was working on the website. I started sharing it. People say, "Yo, so you got a business in a way that we can order online. We can get these cakes online. Now we got the menu coming out. So this is after handing out the flyers. After handing out the flyers with the birthday Birkins all over it, then they say, "Oh, so you got a website? Do you got anything that we can like look it up?" I'm like, "All right, bet. So let me work on the website." Now you got the website up there, so you can check that out. Oh, do you have a business card? I gave you cards. I gave you cards. I'm giving out digital cards. I'm giving out
What?
digital receipts. I'm giving out digital codes in order for you to check it out. I'm giving out flyers. I'm promoting on every single social media platform out there. Really? I'm not the type of guy that's gonna walk around with a wallet full of business. I'm not. I look like a lawyer. When I had the cards, I was giving them out. Then when I had the cards, people were asking if I had a website to go with it. I said, yes, there's a website. They said Poshmark isn't enough. They wanted a website with everything. So I made a crispy, clean website. Clean. And they said, do you have business cards? This is where I'm talking about dealing the deck.
Well, this is how it's
Dealing the
going.
deck everywhere, right?
So like
Let
whatever.
me just say this: dealing the deck everywhere. If I'm dealing the deck everywhere, of course it's going to be a lot. But where is the lot at? Where, go ahead. Go ahead. I digress. I just want to say that. That's what I'm saying. All right. 9 times out of 10, if you're a man that is doing your job, going out there, following suit to get things right for your family, I commend you in getting everything right. I know a lot of the social influencers, they got a lot of work that they got to attend to with editing and things like that. I work on the editing, But when I'm working on my editing, like I give you the raw uncut. I give you a lot of raw uncut because I do want people to know, like, I want people to know, like, this is news related. This is RDL
Hello,
TV
let me
stuff.
talk now, please.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, y'all know I like to talk a lot. Anybody that knows me for real. If I know you and you're real, I'll talk to you a lot. If I don't know you, then you ain't my friend, and I'm gonna hate you. And then you're gonna talk to me, and we don't need to talk to each other because I don't really know you, and that's the real deal. But long story short, I feel like if somebody's gonna support you, they're gonna support you regardless. They're gonna ask for your phone number, they're gonna ask for your email, they're gonna ask you for your social handles. Whatever the case, they're gonna support you. They're not gonna say, "Where is your business card?" And even if they say, "Where's your business card?" They're gonna, if you don't have a business card, they're not gonna say you need to get a business card. Most of the time, the people that say you need to get a business card, including myself, if I tell somebody you need to get a business card, that means I don't have the funds to get my own business card to give to you. So they don't have if they're telling you you need a business card, that means they don't have the funds to give you a business card. So they're telling you to get a business card so you can make the most expense out of what you have. You have to go within your budget and do the things that you need to do to get everything right. So long story short, when it comes to creating your own hobby, your business, whatever the case may be, do within your means and be secure with what you have. Don't pay attention to what you don't have. Make means with what you exactly have. So if you can write your phone number on a piece of paper to give to somebody, or your email to somebody, or your website to somebody, that's all that's within your budget, and be happy with it. And if somebody has constructive criticism to say about it, then most likely they're the ones that's not gonna support it as much as the person that's really happy to support it.
Yeah,
Because
you don't need a website. I mean, I put out the website already. But when people started asking me more, like they started asking me more about the website, and then after I was finished with it, they said Poshmark isn't good enough. I said Poshmark isn't good enough. Now I give you the website. Now you turn around and ask for business cards. Like I don't. I'm trying to understand where some people don't get the gist of it. But when you have somebody that's promoting all the time and on all these different social platforms, and then we're also making the food, like we're delivering the food to these different locations. We're delivering to the church. We're delivering the food to the church. We're baking the cakes. We're in-house making the food. We're making the products, like the merch. We're doing all of that, and then to turn around and have to like, for some reason it feels as if like I'm getting the notion that people aren't getting the real reason behind the raw music, or the raw
meaning.
the no the raw music or the raw edits. Yes, I'll edit my music myself. I'll edit my my videos myself. But now when you see RDL TV and you see the way that I was promoting before, it isn't like a gimmick, because I don't want to give you fake stuff. Like I don't want to keep on cutting in and out. I'm not giving you anything fake. I'm giving you like the real. I'm giving you the real raw. So when you start to get the gist behind why we made the cakes, why we started the company, why we're doing the music, how we're doing back to back, there's a real reason why we're doing another movie. Like it's all have to, like, not like a play on words. Like I know a lot of people, when they go out and start promoting something, it's off of, or not even just doing a video, it's off of something that they seen. I could get into that, but I don't need to. Like they'll see something, like some other video that someone did that was trending, and then they like it and they start to do it because they saw it was trending. And they're like,
True.
oh, I
I know
like
I'll
it.
be getting into that sometimes.
But
I would say
me,
guilty, but I'm not guilty of anything, so I ain't gonna say that. But I know that usually when I look at the video, sorry to cut you off. When I look at someone's video and it look really good, like long
no,
hair, don't care. I started doing the whole hair routines and stuff like that. Wish my hair would grow. Check that out on the RDL TV. But those are one of the things. Yeah, you can keep going.
yes, but me on the other hand, like I'm gonna give you the real. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna be like oh half half looks professional and then you wonder why. I want to be used to this. I don't want to get into anything that's fake and I already know about the bougie lifestyle that goes on behind Hollywood. And if you live in Hollywood, that's cool with me. But there's a bougie lifestyle, okay? You don't gotta say that you're not bougie just because you don't have to prove that you're not bougie. Hollywood is bougie. So New York is bougie. But when you come into the scene of making movies, there's a difference between what's real and what's not. Okay? And I'm giving you what's real. So when you start to look at the credits and you see the edits and you see the real deal behind all the raw footage,
Sorry.
that's what you're getting. Okay?
You don't want this one anymore?
That's what you're getting. So that's what I want people to understand. So now when the videos start to go up, please be advised. We've been doing this for a while. We didn't just start doing this. All right. Lily's been in the not only the music industry, the fashion industry.
Since I've been 15, 16.
She's been in the industry for a minute. All right. So I'm not even going to start to talk about. I'm gonna not even start to talk about her career taking off. All right. But I've been in the music in the industry for a while as well. So
what's the name of that elderly celebrity?
when we
actor?
turn up,
Babe, can I talk about
go ahead.
What's the name of that elderly celebrity? That elder celebrity? What's the name of that elderly celebrity? That elder celebrity that does all the acting, like he didn't get famous until he was 40, or they didn't get famous today. Like Cookie, that other artist, T.I., but there was that actor.
Music?
No, it was two actors. It was two artists, and there was one actor. Like he didn't get famous until he was 40 or 50 years old.
An actor?
Yeah, he played in a lot of like I don't know how to explain it. Like country information,
Midwestern?
like Midwestern type movies and stuff like that. I feel like this is deja vu.
No, I think is he England? Like London?
No, he's our complexion, but he started at a
No, I mean black. I'm talking about like is he from London though?
I don't know.
Is he British?
I don't know.
Does he have a British accent?
I don't think he has if he does in the movies, he don't have the British accent. He's our complexion and he has gray hair. He played in a lot of movies. I forgot the name of it. It's right there, but I don't remember. He's extra. He's like super famous. Like he's super rich and super famous. He's as famous as Will Smith. But Will Smith it took a long time to get him that famous, but he got famous once he reached that age. Like it wasn't like he started doing a whole bunch of shows and stuff like that. He didn't start doing a whole bunch of shows. Like he's like elderly and he just got famous from doing movies. Like he started his acting career at an old age, at an elderly age.
Elderly? What you
Right.
mean by elderly?
Like he was probably in his 40s, 50s when he first started, when he got famous. When his very first movie out was probably when he was like 50.
50.
Yes, I don't know.
What?
Okay, let me see one movie. You know
You're
when he
probably talking
plays
about
like
somebody that was famous already that you just
no,
didn't know.
he wasn't. He wasn't famous at all. He just once he got famous, everybody started talking about him. I don't know what's his name. Somebody just write his name down below. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. He got gray hair. He played in a movie with Angelina Jolie.
Oh, wait a minute. This is George Clooney?
It probably could be him. I don't know. And he's our complexion?
Oh, no.
No.
All right.
It's a
All right,
movie
Sean.
actress.